What's up guys? So we got ourselves another account review video, but this time it is for Warlord. So yeah, I decided to get this new Warlord rank and I did it for 1 week because I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was extremely lazy with RTA this season. For the most part I was playing Iseria and grinding on Iseria instead of playing Epic 7 as much as I would usually do. And the final week I was like, I had a guildmate, his name is Sandwitchkun. He does Twitch, if you guys know who he is, like Sandwitchkun, it's the same thing. But he was basically trying to get Warlord, the Warlord rank, and he told me where the cutoff was. I was like, oh, okay, the cutoff isn't that far from where I am, because at the time I was in low champion, I was like 2,200, right? And I was like, okay, I could probably do this in a week. Oh boy, did I not know how sweaty this was going to be for that 1 week. I guess it should have been expected since it's like the new rank and everybody wants to be in the new rank, but man, it was sweaty. People were having builds that shouldn't be having builds this low. It was crazy. But hey, end of the day, we got it. We got the Warlord frame, so you guys know what type of champion I was, so to speak. So this is going to be the account review for it, and let's just get started. Oh yeah, this time I'm gonna do it from the bottom to the top. This one's made Chloe from the ticket. I'm gonna build her eventually. But yeah, let's start off with Simple Angelica. For the most part, I think I used her 8 times. Yeah, 8 times. And I only used her like up until mid-champ. Sparingly, of course, it's like it's occasional pick. And she did her job. I lost like twice with her, but the other times I won with her. So yeah, she did her job for it. It was basically when I knew I could cleave you, and she was just an option to stop the revive and cleanse if I need be. So yeah, she's a good character. This is my build. I have her on Candlestick, and I have her S2 EE, the one that gives combat readiness. So yeah, good character, solid, doesn't need much investment. All you just need is the speed and ER. So Dead Dealer Ray, now I'm gonna be real. I barely used this guy. I've only used him 3 times the whole season. I know that is crazy to say, but that's just what it was. I didn't realize how little I used this character until I think it was like 2 days before the season was over. I checked my stats and I was like, oh, I only used him twice. So I used him the next day. I used him 1 more time, and then I haven't used him since then. So until the end of the season. So I was like, oh wow, okay, I barely used this guy for the season. He's still a really good character. I went against a lot of DDRs as last picks, so to say he's not good it would be a disservice. He's still a good character. You can't use him like first or second pick anymore because there's ways to counteract him now, especially if you have a Schneel. If you pick him first or second, you're just losing to Schneel. It's just what it is. Like he just became a useless pick, unfortunately. But yeah, still a good character, just you can't spam him like you used to. That's about it. He's on Potion Vial, and yeah, that was my build. So we got Haste. Haste is next. I'm gonna be straight with you. This character has stood the test of time ever since being buffed. Picking him last. If you have Senya, ML Senya, and you see the cleave is coming to you, 3rd pick ML Senya, pick him last, have him in the back. There's nothing they can do about it unless they ban him. They have to ban him. If they don't ban him, then they pretty much lose, right? So that's what I kept doing, and I won a lot of matches because of that. So it's really cool. I use him as the last pick, and the pick before him is either Hwayoung, Luna, or BBK. One of the 3 in the back with Senya, no problems at all. No problems whatsoever. So this is the build. It's not even a crazy build at all because a lot of people have better health and it's a lot slower, but for me this is good enough. This was good enough for me. I have him on Celestine, the best artifact form in my opinion, but yeah, that's my Haste. Now we got Zio. Zio is like the pivot character. If you have Zio 3rd pick, you pretty much know what's going to happen. You just pivot and then you see if you can run them over. If you see the chance that you can run them over, or if they pick if the third pick Harsetti, is like, okay, yeah, you have to pick Zio. At that point, you have to pick Zio. Like, there's no way you're just going to not try and Zio cleave this, right? Unless you don't have that option, and then you have to figure out a way to go against Harsetti. But for me, it was like, if I see Harsetti 3, I pick him. Now you're gonna see, we're trying to see how you stop me, and that's just how it went. So for the most part, I think I had a 55% win rate. I don't know how it is now, because for some odd reason, the last day, Epic 7 stats, the match stats and all that stuff, it wasn't showing, and even now it's still not showing, so I can't really gauge his real percentages. But last time I checked, he was 55%, so, you know, good character. And I think he's never going to be bad. It's just about how you build him. For me, it was a hybrid build. Spectre Tenebria, I know it's crazy to see her in this list, but she won me a match on the last day, and I didn't even mean to pick her. She won me the match. It went down to the wire and she won it for me, so I have to put her in here. I used her once in RTA on the last day. It worked out for me. I got extremely lucky, I think, but it worked out for me. And yeah, this is the build. Not good at all. Not good at all. Doesn't even have the right artifact, but hey, good for PvE. This is a good build for PvE. This is apparently a good build to get me a lucky win, so it is what it is. Oh, Harsetti, I hate this character so much. Personally, I just don't like this character. The fact that this whole season was revolved around her and this skin. I mean, the skin's okay. I'm not really a big fan of her skin. I feel like this was the laziest skin they could have done, because all the other skins, we didn't really know what the character would look like until they showed the skin. This one, we already knew how she looked from her past self. Like, if you read the story, you knew that you knew how she already looked. So it's like, oh, they're just making the skin because apparently they have the assets to do it. And here it is. The skin's still okay. It's like, I'm not saying it's extremely bad. I just feel like it's the laziest one they've done so far. Besides, I think, no, actually, no, it is the laziest one so far. Yeah. I don't like this character. The fact that I had to use this character last day just speaks to how sweaty things were. Because some people would be so obnoxious with the bans and the draft. They would either ban Zio first or pick Zio first, then they would pick Harsetti third, and you're just like, oh well, shoot, what do I do now? If they ban Zio, they pick ARAM, and then they pick Harsetti third, because the only thing you can do against them is Zio or ARAM, and it was just so annoying. So I just decided, you know what, if I see something like that, it's possible and it's about to happen, I pick her myself, and that's what I did. I'll usually pick her with Flan. That's what I'd usually pick her with. Or if I see what's her name, ML Celine. If I see ML Celine, I'm not even going to try and contest her, and I don't even have a Zio. I'm not even going to try to contest her. I pick her third and we see what happens. You know, because ML Celine was a menace this season, and I was not trying to like keep fighting that. Ludwig, yeah, he's still the same build. People say he should have 260. Personally, I think 260 is for like mid Warlord, like mid Warlord and above. That's when you should have 260. 250 you can get by pretty easily through champion and like low Warlord. You can get by with 250. Like, it's not even like people have high speed, but it's not crazy enough to the point where you can't just Zio cleave. So yeah, I think I think this is the lowest, the minimum you can do with him in speed wise. Anything lower than this is slow, in my opinion. So 250 is good enough. Seaside Politis. I used her a lot this season on my way up to Warlord, but I will say when I got to Warlord, I didn't use her much at all. Like, I only used her when I knew I could go first. Because for the most part in Warlord, is like 300 speed is slow, and that's crazy to say, but it is slow. Like, if you're just 300 speed, you have to either hope 15% speed RNG helps you, or you're just going to be slower, or you just have to be like, you have to know for sure that you're going to go first, right? Unfortunately, when it comes to Warlord, people have over 300 speed, so this is slow. But below that in champion and stuff, you can get by with this. You can definitely get by with this this amount of speed. She's a good character. She's still good to this day. I don't think she'll ever be bad, but yeah, that's Politis. Lua, I used Lua the first couple. No, yeah, in the first part of the season, I did use Lua a little bit, but close to the end, I forgot this character existed. And it wasn't until I saw somebody show me like their RTA match. It was in a Discord. They showed me an RTA match and they had Lua as the third pick. I was like, oh wait, I have Lua. Oh wow. It was like the last day with 2 hours left is when I realized, oh my goodness, I have Lua. I could have used Lua in so many situations. I forget I have this character, guys. I forgot. And this build right here is basically like, it's a build that says, I know I'm gonna go first, so let me pick her last. That's basically what this build is. I could do better than this for sure, but at the same time, I don't think I want to give all my speed gear into her because I like other characters compared to her, but she's a really good character. Like if you have a Lua and you can give her the speed she needs, she's gonna be really good for you. Briar with Iseria. I used her, I think a total of 5 times this season. Yeah, 5 times. When I was in like low champ, I used her 5 times and I got like a 4 out of 5 with her because it's basically like if you see that you have the ability to go first with a mid speed character, pick her, especially when you see that they have like a Mort or a Yufine. You know they're gonna either one of those two is gonna be on Holy Sack. So it's like, what are we doing here? I'm just gonna pick this, and usually it works. It usually works. Or if you see like a Haste last pick, she works against Haste too. So yeah, this is the build. It's not even a crazy build. It's just the fact that I just want effectiveness and some damage. That's basically what this build is. The artifact, inconsequential. I just do that because it's the only artifact I had open. Okay, Remnant Violet. Remnant Violet, he's a god. And he's also trash at the same time. There's so many matches where I picked him last. I used to have him on Double-Edged Crescent. I put it back on Shepherd, but when I was using him, I had him on Double-Edged Crescent, especially on the last day. It's so hilarious how he solos when he works. Like I've won 6 matches with him just being the last person there and he 1v4 people. I was like, this guy's a god, right? Then the next time I used him, he dies on the first hit. I'm like, okay, that's Violet. That's just what he is. It's like you either believe in him or you don't. Either way, if he does his job, he becomes a god. If he doesn't do his job, he dies. It's just what it is. But you can't bring him into like Tenebria. If you bring him into Tenebria, he's just dying. He's not going to do anything. Like you can't bring him into like heavy CC. You bring him to heavy CC, you pretty much just lost. But I usually just pick him last when I see that they can't control me, and I'm like, okay, I'll just pick him and see what happens. Yeah, but he's a god, man. This guy, he is the ultimate gamble character. That's what he is. He's the ultimate gamble character. If you have the damage for it, you got it. I would say his build should be tankier than this. I just like having 200 speed. That's just me. BBK stands the test of time. Ever since you got that EE, she's just really good. If you have a BBK, you build her, you use her. Great last pick or 4th pick, whichever one. She's just a good character to have. I've won a lot of matches against Cleave because of this character, and my build isn't even crazy. It's just a damage build with some ER. That's all it is. I would say if you had a full ER build with this type of damage, with like close to these type of stats on damage, but like more ER, you're solid. You're solid, 100%. Okay, RB. I've only used him 3 times, and in those 3 times, I won twice. This is just my. The thing about RB that's so funny is like you don't even need amazing gear on him. You just put him last against the Cleave, and if they can't kill him, they either ban him or they let him be and be like, okay, maybe I can tank this. No, you can't tank this damage. You're just gonna get killed. So that's basically what he was. This is what I use for PvE though. FCC, one of my best knights this season. It's a top 3 knights. It's like it's Barunka, FCC, and Ilanov. If you had any of those 3, or you had 2 of those 3 characters, you were solid when it came to knights for this season. She's great. She's a great character. Like ever since they gave her a buff, amazing. I like this character so much. I like her so much. Like I'm so glad I have this character, and I'm really glad I made her with effectiveness, because there's so many times where like I would go against a bruiser matchup and they have characters that have 100 ER. So I know they have 100 ER too, because they would be so surprised when I reverse the debuffs back to them or strip them. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm that one person who has like an 100 effectiveness FCC. I'm not here to have an ER FCC, because I feel like having ER, I mean, it helps her, but at the same time, it's like 100 ER, what's that gonna do against characters that can CC her with high effectiveness? It's not really gonna do much, so might as well not use ER, right? Might as well not even have ER. I don't really care for it. But this build has worked wonders for me, and I've won a lot of matches with her. Love this character. If you have an FCC, you must build her. She's like a really, she's the, I won't say she's the best knight, but she's like the second or third best knight right now, currently in the game. Abyssal Yufine, that was the best mitigation knight, I should say. This is the best crutch. Like, this is such a crutch character. Because of Amid and her buff, this character was used so much in the end of the season. Oh my goodness, it was such an obnoxious draft too. They would always pick like Yufine with Politis and then pick Amid third. Such an obnoxious draft. But at the same time, ever since I made her like my first or second pick, I won a lot of matches. She's such a good character. For me, I have her on Holy Sack because whenever I pick her, there's always a Mort looming, and I'd rather just be able to use her S3 than care about her counters, you know? Because at the end of the day, they're still going to have to hit her to kill her. So that's just how it is. She's won me a lot of matches. Really good character. That's all I got to say. I mean, she's just really good. You have to have her on immunity this time, because before I had crit chance, wasn't good enough. I was getting tagged too much, so I put her on immunity. Urban Shadow Choux. You know what's crazy about this season? Since a lot of people are busted, she's not as busted as she used to be. She's like, her kit is busted. Like, everything about this character is unethical. But with the fact that every other character is just as busted or even more busted than her, she doesn't matter. But I will say this, in the end of the season, she became clutch for me in a lot of comps, because a lot of people would use HP scalers in their tank down teams. So when I pick her, it's like they have to ban her. If they don't ban her, they lose. They end up eventually losing. So my build is even a crazy build. I'm gonna tell you right now. I've seen some insane shoes that I had to go against. This is not even anywhere near that. So great character. I hate this character, but she's good. I hate the fact that she's so good. She's such a toxic character. Lone Crescent Bologna, I did use her twice against Landy, and I won twice with that. So this is the build. I would say that counter is not a good build for her. I just have gear for it, and I just gave it to her. So yeah, this is her build. Inferno Kawazu. I remembered he existed this time. I used him 7 times this season. Yeah, 7 times. And I won 5 of those 7 matches. So he's basically just a character you pick last if you see that they're doing a lot of AoEs and you can pop somebody off easily. And that's what I use him for. That's exactly all I use him for. Designer Lilibet. I used her twice. I don't know. She's good. It's just ever since Tenebria came out, I ended up realizing she's not a good character against her. Like, she just, it's too many debuffs. It's way too many debuffs. You can't do enough. You can't do anything with her. She just smashes all over her. It's just, you can't do much with it. This is my build. I don't think this is the best build, honestly, but good enough, right? So I don't know. I hope like later on she'll find use again, but for me, she didn't really have much of a use. Bystander Hwayoung, my best character of the season, my best damage dealer of the season, because I use her a lot. I have like a 60-something% win rate with her, or at least I did when I last checked. Probably have like 50-something now. Yeah, this character, she's a must when it comes to Tenebria. I pick her third. Every time I see a Tenebria, she's third pick. Always. Because she has won me so many matches against Tenebria, it's insane. But yeah, this is my build. I don't have the counter build. So whenever a person picks Mort, I'll just laugh because I don't really counter. I have the damage. And for the people who realize that she's a bit too fast to be on counter, they think she's squishy and they find out she's not squishy. This was the original build people were theory crafting, but it was so hard to get this build. Like, I have like 2 perfect pieces. Like, this is a character you need perfect substats to even make work, and you need her triple S. I still don't like that about this character, but that's what it is. So for the people who say she needs a buff, she does not need a buff. She's still really good. She's really good. Buff her anymore, she becomes busted. We don't need that. I love her as a character, but we don't need that. But yeah, that's my Bystander Hwayoung. Ruel of Light. I used her 5 times, actually. Yes, I used her 5 times as a last pick situation when I was climbing to champ. She's good. I mean, I have no issues with her. I have her on what's it called? Revenge set. Yeah, solid character. Really good for revives. I have no problems with this, and I have her on Idol's Cheer, so the tempo kept going with it. And yeah, good character. Moon Bunny. My Moon Bunny is on trash gear, but in the end of the season, when people were using A-mid continuously, I would pick her last, and she would win matches for me. That's just how it is. Because it's like they don't get any real tempo if they don't use the S2 first. So they have to use the S2, and she just gives the barrier, immunity, and all that stuff. So good character against people who do extra attack. It's a great character, especially against Selene. Like Selene would have to kill her, and I have just enough HP where Selene's don't usually one-shot her. So it's like it works out. I don't think I'm ever gonna increase her gear at all, honestly, because this is good enough. And she also has a Eternus. Dragon Keek Sharoon. Unless you have Renak, I don't think she's good, honestly. This was not her season. She wasn't that good. Outside of that, this is my build. I'm probably gonna like lower her speed, get her more effective, like get her the same effectiveness, more bulk, lower the speed. I think that's the best build. Right now, she's just on a mediocre, okay build with high effectiveness. I use her with Renak for Guild Wars. I only used her twice. No, I used her like, I didn't use her twice. I used her like 7 times with Renak, and then I stopped using Renak, so I stopped using her. DJB. I am so glad DJB is good now, but it's so annoying considering I use FCC a lot. So it's like I'm happy he's good, but I use the character that he's good against a lot. So it's like I'm getting screwed over because he's good now. But yeah, good character, really nice. I'm extremely happy that he's good now. I lowered his gear because if I gave him the gear he had before, he would be like 280 with this type of stats. I didn't really want him to be that fast. I just wanted to be in 270. I think 270 is the sweet spot. I like that for him, and the ER is nice and all that stuff. So yeah, this is my DJB. I used him a lot this season. I've had a really good win rate with him, and I'm glad he's really good now. I have him on I also have him on Soul Constellation. Cidd. I don't know with Cidd. I really don't know. People say he's bad, but with the amount of people that ban him at 5th pick, I don't really know if he's bad or not. Because I've only used him 6 times. I got to go through once and I won with him, but the other 5 times they ban him. And I'm just like, is this guy good or not? Why do so many people ban him as last pick? Is it the way I draft? I really don't understand. But he gets banned last pick and I'm like, okay, I guess he's good. I guess they expect him to be really fast. Mine isn't even really fast at all. So I don't know. This is my build though. It's nothing crazy, nothing spectacular. I lowered his speed. I lowered his effectiveness because, you know, I didn't really use him as much. He's still a book holder, so he's there. Sylvan Sage Vivian. Shout out to I'm Sue and his stream and a bunch of other guys from the Discord. They pretty much helped me build this character because the build I had before was like the damage was pretty bad. I would say the damage was pretty bad, the build I had before. Now I have like really good damage with her. When I use her, she pretty much deletes things. The only problem is her resource. It's hard to play with her because there's ways to take away her resource, and by doing that they do either Solitaria. It's either they use Solitaria, they use Politis, or they use Litica, and you're kind of stuck at that point, because if they use any of those 3 characters, she becomes kind of useless, right? Because the whole point of her is to not be debuffed. So when they have those type of characters to reduce her resource reduction, that do resource reduction, is like, what can you really do, right? The dream is to get a better boot, but it's going to be hard because she has like 41% attack here. So it's like, one day she'll be my highest gear scored character. Right now she's in contention with Hwayoung, so we'll see though. Solitary of the Snow, speaking of the devil, here she is. Mine is not that great, but I've won a lot of matches because I pick her 3rd against Flan. Especially in Warlord, you would see her a lot in Warlord, so I would just pick her either 3rd, 4th, or 5th. Either they ban her or they don't. The thing that sucks about it is the simple fact is I have to pick her in a way that's just enough where she doesn't die. Because the only way that they go against this is if they speed up and try to kill her early. I would say having ER on her with like better bulk would be the best build for her against Flan. Because usually their Flans try to just defense break her and make sure she dies quickly, right? For me, the way I use her is like, as long as she's there and Flan doesn't get to do the S1 shenanigans, I'm fine. You know, the S1 dual attack shenanigans, I'm fine. So that's what she's there for. I have her on Fairy Tale of a Nightmare. Good character, good counter to Flan. That's basically her thing. Silverblade, I got Silverblade. This is the build I have for her. I built her on the last day. I never used her, unfortunately, because I didn't have enough time. But if I had her on the last day, on like that day before this, oh man, things would have been so much better. But this is the build I have right now. I'm going to get better. It's going to get better eventually, but this is what I have on her right now. New Moon Luna. I use her a lot. People say she's not as good as she used to be. I beg to differ. I don't see how she could ever be bad. Like 1st or 2nd pick, I'm picking her. I don't care. Now, mind you, she has soloed matches as my lone DPS before. And I don't even have Etika Scepter. Now imagine with Etika Scepter. Crazy. I've went against some Etika Scepter Lunas. Oh man, it's so nasty. It's so nasty. That's such a good build. If you have bulk on her with decent speed and Etika Scepter, she's just gonna be a powerhouse. But yeah, she's really good, still really good, and I use her a lot. That's my Luna build. I made her slower and gave her more bulk. So it's all good at the end of the day. Angelica, I use her specifically against Arya comps because I know she has a lot of effectiveness. Now usually they ban her though. They post ban her because they know that this will tag. Like usually Angelica would tag. She didn't have Spirit's Breath. I put her back on Spirit's Breath. She had the 3-star artifact that gives 50%, that gives like 50% effectiveness. I forgot what it was called. Compass, I think. Curse Compass. I had that on her on the last day and I was using her, and they would just ban her because they ended up, because at a certain point you play against the same people over and over and they realize, oh yeah, this thing has too much effectiveness, so they just ban her outright. But she was really good for a while against Arya comps, and I was so happy because man, Arya comps are just annoying. Just straight up annoying. So much ER. Watcher Shuri, basically just a budget option if I'm cleaving, especially if I see an Adin. If I see an Adin, he just deletes her. I don't have to worry about her. So yeah, I'm talking about both Adins, by the way, because I've seen both Adins and I just delete them with this. Wonder Silk, speed imprint. That's all she's there for. I don't really care what she does outside of that. She's just a speed imprint. My build isn't even crazy. It's not that good. Commander Pavel, I lowered his build. I used him like twice. He used to have 5k attack, but then after a while I'm like, why am I having him geared with premium gear? Let me just give him like bare minimum gear for Guild Wars, and this is it. He still won me matches though. I used him twice. I won both matches, so good character for when you're climbing to champion. Elena, same thing. When you're climbing to champion, she's good. That's pretty much all I use her for, like when I'm climbing up to champion. That's in champion and above, I don't use this character. But I have been beaten by this. Somebody did an amazing cleave on me that basically just destroyed me with her. It was insane. It was insane. She was like extremely fast, dude. She was like 280 speed. I was like, what the hell? But hey, it worked. Shout out to that guy. Kayron, ironically, I used him once on accident. I didn't win though. I don't know what it is with this character. I wish they just give him HP scaling. They're doing everything in their power to make him good for damage. Just give him HP, man. Just give him HP scaling. You give him HP scaling and nobody has to worry about attack stats and all that stuff. You just put him with HP. That's it. Like, just put him with HP, ER, and that's it. That's all he needs. But they keep doing all these other things and adding stuff to it. It's like, we'll see if it works, right? We'll see. Spirit Iseline, she's one of the MVPs of the season late in the season. Like, a lot of people were using this character. And I was one of them too when I ended up realizing how many times people were using her. So essentially, if they see that you don't have, like, if one of the pre-bans is Harsetti, you can use her. If one of the pre-bans is not Harsetti, don't use her. She'll just get killed by Harsetti. So it's like, it's one of those type of situations. It's either you use, the only way I've seen to beat her so far is just outspeed her. I don't know if there's another option. It's either outspeed her or use a hidden tech, which is Veronica. Veronica basically just screws over her whole immortality gimmick, so she can't use her S3 whenever Veronica's in play. Those are the only two ways I've beaten her: outspeed or Veronica. This is my build, standard build for speed. That's about it. Savior Adin, I used 4 times on my way to champ. She's still decent, but I don't think she's good this season. Like, she's decent for anti-cleave, but that's about it. She's not good anywhere else. And there's so many things that can just hit her now. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. For the amount of time you had to do to get this character, it sucks that she's not that good anymore. Landy, okay. This is a proc set Landy, and it has won me so many matches, and I am so happy I have this build. For me, I don't have ER on my account. Like, I don't have high ER on my account, so I went with the whole buff stacking ways of countering ML Tenebria. I just buff stack. That's all I did, and it's worked with Landy, and it's worked with other characters that I put on proc set. So yeah, this is the proc set build I use for anti-cleave or against Tenebria, and it works pretty well. I'm happy about it, and yeah, that's about it. She's on 30 Elbrus. Shout out to the people on the Discord. They helped me out with this build, especially Jas. Jas, shout out to you, man. It's a good build. Last Rider Crow. My LRK, he wasn't on this artifact, Clown of Glory. He wasn't on this before. He was on Adamant Shield. But yeah, he was basically used against Belian. That's about it. I didn't use him for anything else, really. It's like, if they pick Belian, I pick him. We see what happens from there. I won matches because of that, but it's just, I don't think he's as good as he could be. He should be, but you know, he's still a solid knight to use. That's what he is there for. Okay, Ilanov. This one is the damage Ilanov I used on my way to mid champion, and then yeah, this is the build for it. It's on Rise of Monarch, and then I have a second one that is the one I was using a lot in the later stage of the season. This is the tank build. I got this second one from the Dash event summons. Like, the Dash events gives 10 Covenant summons. I got her randomly, and I was like, awesome, let me build a second one. So yeah, here's my Ilanov. It's not great. I had her on Aureus at first, but then Tenebria just kept tagging. I was like, you know what, let me just put as much buffs as possible. So I have this for the people in the back row to get immunity as well. It worked out for me. I would say the Aureus is a lot better though. This was just like a niche solution. And yeah, I mean, this is the build. This is the build for the season. This was the build. Like, if you didn't have this build, Ilanov was pretty much getting killed easily. That's just how it is, because she didn't have enough damage for the format. So it's like, you might as well just make her a tank. Alright, Dragon Bride Senya, one of my best third picks. She's basically just third, fourth, or fifth. If I see that they have to kill somebody in the back row or somebody vital, I pick her, put them in the back row. Put the person that's vital in the back row. It's always against aggressive comps, never against any control comps. Because if it's a control comp, then I'm kind of screwed. So, you know, because she doesn't have ER or anything like that. So, yeah, this is my build. I have her on 3F. I think Holy Sack is the best build, but I only have one Holy Sack and I want to give it to Yufine. So, she's the one who gets the 3F. And I won a lot of matches with this character. Love her. She's a great character. Crimson Armin, I used on my way to champ. She's solid. This isn't even the best build, but she's solid as a knight. This is just I think her and the green Armin, they're both like very underrated. They're really good knights. Basarunka, my best. Like this character, when I had a video that said she was unethical, a lot of people were like, I'm not too sure she's unethical. I'm like, no, this character is unethical. And let me tell you right now, I saw it before the last day, so unfortunately I don't know the real percentages, but before the last day I had a 95% win rate with this character. Do you know how crazy that is? Every time I first picked this character, I had a 95% win rate. I've even had moments where I had a brain lapses and I didn't put her in the front, and I still won. It's insane. This character is unethical. I don't care what anybody says. Like, the fact that she can just give you that big of a swing and win rate, if you don't have her, it's very rough for you. I'm not gonna lie, it's very rough. Because just having her just gives you like a little comfort, knowing like, okay, yeah, I can probably win this if I get her first pick. So that's what I've been doing. Every time I had a first pick, I made sure my bans were made so I can always first pick her. And it works out great. 95% win rate, man. And I use her like over 50 times. That's insane. That's insane to me. I don't know. I think this character is unethical, man. The thing I will say though is, once you get to Warlord, like a little bit in the higher ranks of Warlord, or like no, Warlord and a little bit higher, people have damage, man. They can just delete her. I've seen a Kisei delete my Arunka. You see these stats. I just saw her delete it. I was like, whoa. I also saw a Celine, an ML Celine, straight up delete her. And I'm just like, what type of damage do these people have? That's why I said it was extremely sweaty up there. I was like, what is going on? Why is everybody so sweaty? But yeah, that's my Arunka. Belian, this is the bad build. Oh, this is the injury one that I was trying to work on. Ironically, this one works. It worked for me. I won 4 matches with this, but it's not a good build. And personally, to me, it's not a good build. It's just the fact that I put her in a great position to win. And RNG carried, of course, with the Elbrus. So yeah, this is the best build, and I need to make her 30k HP. I have to make her 30k HP. The ER is nice, the effectiveness is cool, but 30k plus HP is the move, because this was already good enough to win me matches. She's like the best damage knight next to Yufine that I've had this whole season. Like, she's just so good. She's so good. If you have her, you have to make the 3F build. The 3F build is just so good, especially when you have FCC. If you have FCC and you use her, just go ahead. Go crazy, because she will actually win you the match. She's just that good of a character. Ambitious Tywin, he used to have the best, another Aureus. I took it off and I gave it to Ilanov, then I gave it to somebody else. But yeah, he's not that good this season. This is the build. Just think of this with like a max Aureus. He's not that good this season, unfortunately. There's too many debuffs. He suffers the same issue as what's her name? I forgot her name, but I already talked about her. Like, she has the same issue. There's just too much debuffs in this format. Successor Taeyou, he's a must if you have Zio. He's a must. If you want a Zio cleave, he's a must-have. He's just so good. He's just a really good character. I'm so lucky that I got him from normal summons, not normal summons, galaxy summons. I'm so glad I got him, because I skipped this guy, and the fact that I have him, I got him anywhere. I'm happy about that, because if I never had him, Zio cleave would have been almost nearly impossible. Because you definitely need a Taeyou. You definitely need a Taeyou in this format. You definitely needed it, and he was really good. Really good character, just like Ludwig. Really good follow-up character. Little Queen Charlotte, I had her on Symbol of Unity. I took that off and gave it to somebody else, but I had her on Symbol of Unity with these same stats. She was basically a desperation pick. because close to the end, Adin was being used a lot. Dark Adin, and I was like, I'm getting tired of this character. I need to figure out a way to kill her. She was such an obnoxious character for like the last week, and I was like, I need to find a way to kill her. She was one of them. I won 2 matches with it. She's basically like my last resort if I don't have another option. It's either her, Mort, or Shaltir. Those are the 3 that I used for the last week of the season. Lionheart, I'm so ready for her buff. I hope she's going to be so good after the buff. I just want her to be good, man. This season I used her 3 times. I won 3 times with her. It feels nice, but I'm just gonna be real here. She was not that good this season. I was just one of the ones that got lucky enough to use her consistently and actually win with her. But yeah, this is my build. I'm gonna change this build when she gets a buff because her defense needs to be higher. Luckily the EE helps the crit chance, so it's gonna be a little easy to it's gonna be a little bit easier to build her now. I'm glad they have that EE that's coming. I'm glad about that one. Conquer Lilius, no. I had her on good gear. I took it off. I'm gonna re-gear her for the next season and then start using her more when she gets her buff. Young Senya. I used her 7 times, and it's only against Harsetti, of course. So I would either use her with like what's her name? I forgot her name. Alencia. She's right there and I forget her name. I use her with Alencia, I use her with Mort. Really good character. I have her on pro set. That's just how it is. Schneel. You know what Schneel's about. I don't even have the best gear on him, but he works perfectly against him. It's just for DDR. Straight up DDR counter. That's all he is. And I've won matches because of that. That's why I said DDR. Picking him early is not a good thing because I can just push Schneel at 3 and you lose. That's just how it is. Landy, underrated gem. She has Bloodstone right now. Even with Bloodstone, she was winning matches for me. But I usually have her on her artifact. Very underrated. Such an underrated character. I really, really like this character and her kit. And I'm so glad she's good. Not many people were using her. It's crazy too because there's a lot of buff stacking in this meta. There's a lot of buff stacking in the meta right now. And the fact that she just works against that, beautiful. She does so much damage, it's insane, man. And the fact that people don't do it is crazy because she has a 100% win rate whenever I use her. I literally used her 19 times this season. I didn't use her the last day, unfortunately, but every day before the last day, I was using her a lot. Even in Warlord, I was using her. So it's like, wow, she just did so much damage. Mind you, I use Luna. Like I pick Luna, then I pick her at either 4th or 3rd pick, depending on how they react. If they pick a Katie's, they lose. I pick her 3rd, they lose. It's just how it is. You can't do anything about it at that point. You have to ban Luna, or you have to ban somebody else that I have at 5th pick that also does debuffs. So it's like you have no choice. You know, you have no choice in this matter. And then she just goes to town and does whatever she wants to do. If you have her with ARAM, oh man, it's so nasty. ARAM plus souls, so nasty. But yeah, that's how it was. She did really good for me this season. I'm so happy that she's actually good. Vildred speed imprint. This is my PvE build. I used him twice. He's good. He's a good. I've been cleaved by Vildreds too. Like people have some insane Vildreds. I've been cleaved with Arunca by Vildreds. They have some insane Vildreds. Renak, I used like close to that when she like came out. I used her more, and then eventually I was like, I don't really want to use this character, and I put her on my ban list. She's basically a perma-ban for me. Now I will say, when I was in Warlord, I was having a bad losing streak, and then I was like, okay, what if I just let her go and pick FCC first, and then I got a win streak. But then eventually people figured out what I was doing. They're like, okay, yeah, no, we're just going to go around your little draft, and it didn't work anymore, unfortunately. But yeah, she's a busted character. If you let her through and you don't have a way to stop her, you're pretty much losing. That's just how it's going to be. It's unfortunate. That's just how it's going to be. But yeah, this is my build. The irony of this build is she's not that fast, but she instantly kills Arunca. Like any Arunca I see, It could be 30k HP, it could be 25k HP, she just kills her. That's just how it is, she just kills her. Because she has the torrent. That's the only reason why. Lilius, I used twice. This is a PvE build. It's not like a crazy build. I used her twice against LRK and she did her job. Cidd, same situation. Just an imprint. I don't think Cidd is that good this season because I've never lost to a Cidd. I don't think I lost to a Cidd this season. Cidd is just like one of those weird characters. Like he can be good, but if you draft in a way that he can't kill a character, he's not good at all. So I used him, like I said before, I used him. He won matches for me, but he also lost them. So it's Cidd though. He's a speedy imprint. Selene, okay. Let me be real. I love Selene. You know me, I'm a Selene abuser. I love to gamble with her. This was not her best format at all. This season was not good. Not for her at all. I did win some matches where she was a must-have, and it actually worked out for me because they didn't ban her. People don't fear her that much because she's not that good right now. Like her damage is okay, but it's not good enough to like clear as they used to be. Unless you have like insanely cracked Selene, then okay, cool. She's probably good for you. But for the general amount of people who have like good damage on her, it's not enough. She doesn't do enough. So unfortunately, this season wasn't the best season. I have like a 55% win rate with her though, because prior to Warlord, I mean high champ and Warlord, she was winning me matches. But outside of that, I don't think she's that good. Her ML version is a lot better than her right now. Blooming Litica, another Zio tech. That's what she's there for. That's about it. Mine isn't even crazy. It's not a crazy build. It's just good enough to do it. So yeah, that's my Litica. Mort, one of my MVPs of the season. Mort is just good. Not much I can say. I've lost to Morts too. I've lost to Morts because of RNG, and I've won with Mort because of RNG. He's just such an RNG heavy character. And he works so well because the Yufines out there, the ones I go against usually have Elbrus. So when they don't ban him, or when you pick him third or second, it's like, okay, what do you do now? Right? What are you going to do now? Because there's no way you're going to kill him. I just ban one of your damage dealers and you're not going to kill him. So it's like, what are we doing here? And that's basically what happens, especially against Adin. Because if you're one of those people that got stomped on by my Mort, I'm going to tell you right now, your Adin didn't get unlucky. I have hit chance. I'm just using Broken Will of the Priest. Your Adin did not get unlucky. I actually just hit you with a hit chance on him because that's the only way I hit Adins with him. But it does stop Adin from countering, so you pretty much screwed yourself over when Mort is a third pick and you picked Yufine and Adin as the first two picks. You screwed yourself over. It's just what it is. Really good character. Hate going against him. Love using him. That's basically what he is. Armin. Shout out to Grass Angel. This build actually works. You would be surprised how much you can mitigate with this character. It's very insane. This is the Arias I took away from Tywin. But it's extremely insane how much you can mitigate with this character when you have her and Ilanov. It's insane, man. Flan could not kill any one of my characters when I had a full tank down team with her. It's insane because she was the only damage dealer, and and she's always going to be using S1 usually. The S3 doesn't do too much damage to all of us. Like it's whatever, right? Her S1 is obviously going to be AoE if it's not a dual attack, but every dual attack she does, not enough. It was not enough. And I would just keep healing because I had ARAM in the team as well. So it was like, it was just a stalemate until she died. It was so funny. And I've done that a couple of times with Armin, and she's a solid knight. I'm going to keep her with this gear, by the way. Like, this is a solid knight. I'm going to be using her from now on mostly. Albedo, another solid knight. Another proc set user. She's basically good as a last pick. Whenever you see that they're trying to cleave you, they will ban her or they will just not crit that much and you basically survive. That's basically her deal. I put her on Proof of Valor to like keep her alive because they always target her first. if they don't ban her. So yeah, good character, great proc set user. It could be better. I could have 30k HP, but I'm like, I barely use her too much to do that. So, you know. Rimuru, I did use him a lot. He was good. He was good. I'm not gonna lie, he was good. I think he could be used a lot more if I make him like the HP Rimuru with like, or ER Rimuru. He could be used a lot more. But until then, this is a good character. There has been times where I last picked him and he has won me matches because of that. In Warlord, I used him once and he actually won a match for me. So that means he's still good. It means he's still decent. Laya, I did not use at all. At the end of the season, I didn't use at all. Beginning of the season, I was using more often and I was winning matches with her. End of the season, I didn't use that much. I don't think this is like her best. She has the same situation, ironically, as Mediator Cowrick. Just the same issue. There's too many debuffs. With Tenebria added in the later stage of the season, too many debuffs. You couldn't do anything. Like if you go out against a control team, she's not enough. She's not enough. It sucks. It's just that we've just gone this far. Like, there were so many guys and there were so many people that were telling me, oh, Tenebria is not that bad. She's not going to be as busted as you guys think she is. No, she's not as busted. She's just straight up annoying. And she's always going to be a staple. So it's like, unless you have a way to counter her, she literally forces you to play ER if you want to get higher. If not, you're screwed. You have to ban her. You have to pre-ban her. So it's like, once she forces you to play a certain playstyle, she's pretty busted. I'm sorry, guys. Like, I just could not believe people were saying she wasn't that good. I was like, what? What? Like, it was like, I was so shocked. I was like, what are you talking about? Anyways, tangent aside, Immortal Wukong, I did use him sometimes against Harsetti with Senya. So yeah, he's decent. He does good damage. That's about it. Same with Alencia, only against Harsetti with Senya. Yeah, this is my build. Nothing crazy, nothing flashy. Frida, I used sometimes when I was climbing. Whenever I saw like a Belian, I used her and I was able to do a cleave. So that's basically what she's there for. I don't even have an insanely fast one. This is just a standard build. Amelia, I actually used Amelia twice and I got away with this in Warlord. I don't know how. I still don't know how. I got away with it though. I got away with it and I won. So it works. I mean, you see her with Aram's artifact. It worked. It worked. I don't know how it worked because I accidentally picked her and it worked. So it is what it is. Prior to that, I was using her a lot. Not a lot. I used her in I think it was Challenger. I used her once in Challenger, but yeah, I used her twice in overall. So, and I won both times. So it's like, hey, cool. Elena, I only use her against Harsetti. You're gonna like, you've seen through this and my characters, a lot of characters I use against Harsetti because Harsetti was used a lot this season. When you get like higher ranks, he was used a lot. But yeah, this is what I use for Harsetti. If I don't have Aram or they take away Aram, this is my next best option. Diane, I used in Challenger and Low Champ. I didn't use her past that. Good, she's still a good Soul Weaver. She's a good Soul Weaver. This is my build. Amid. This thing is one of the most annoying EEs they've ever done late in the season. Why would you give this character 10 speed? Why? I hate the fact that she's so fast. It forced me to build my own and take her away from people because the Amid cleave was so obnoxiously annoying and I had to be like, nah, you're not having this. Let me have my own. And I usually, like, when I draft her, it's with a bunch of tank down. So it was like, she's just there to be there for majority of the match. It's okay though. I can 3v4 your characters. That's good enough for me, you know? But yeah, this is the build. 303 speed. I don't even have the 10 speed for this. 185. I could make her faster, but I don't use her as much as I should with this type of speed. So it is what it is. Fumir, I used her once. I won with her, but I think I only won because of gear gap. That's about it, because I don't think she's good this season. I know she's not good at all, actually. The problem with her is her kit is so well tuned and balanced. In a world where a lot of characters are just overall overbalanced and busted, she's not good. And it sucks because I really invested a lot into this character, and she's fun to use, but she's not a good character, unfortunately. This format, she's not good. Arya, later on, like at the last day, I ended up realizing that I could pick Arya last pick if I have a Runka, and just basically cheese. I could basically cheese because she had enough ER to not be tagged, and yeah, all I had to do was just ban the Tenebria, and I pretty much won. I was just winning off of a cheese strat. So it's like if they don't ban her, they're screwed, and they usually ban a Runka. So it's like they don't realize how screwed they are, because this much HP, you don't think it's enough until you realize she's with a bunch of Mitigation Knights and you cannot kill her. And she just keeps healing. It was such a cheesy way to win, but I loved it. This is my build though. This is the stats, the ER and all that stuff. So yeah, good character. Good character to have in your pocket. Ran, I only used him 7 times when I was climbing up. It's fun to use a Ran cleave, but he's not good this season. If you're like past champion, if you're like a champion and above, there's no way you'll be able to Ran cleave. It's just not possible. There's too many things that just stop him. So as you can see, I'll always have him with 300 speed. He's just there. Not the best Ran, fake Ran, and all that stuff. Elvira, I did use her a bit, and now as I got to Warlord, I'm starting to see what people mean by like, if you pick her, and you're just basically doing a 3v4. Because I won a lot of matches where people would pick Elvira against my Taeyou and I still won. It's like that she does nothing. I'm sorry, she just does nothing. She just survives. But you have to use her in a specific way for her to be good. Like if you know your 3 characters can beat their 4 and she can just be there, good. If you know they can't do that, you're basically setting yourself up for failure. But that's basically what she is as a character, unfortunately. Outside of existing, she doesn't really do much. I still use her though. Like I still think she's a good character to use against like specific comps. Like if you can 3v4, like I said, if you can 3v4 with the rest of your characters, she's still decent to have in your back pocket. Argent Wayne's Hwayoung, she definitely needs photogenic. She has won me so many matches. She's good in RTA. She's good. Like if you have a good comp, she will basically nuke a team. Mind you, I have been lucky using her though. I have been lucky because there are some situations where like they were green units and she still nuked them. So this character is good. If you just have the right comp, she'll do a lot for you. Choux, he's a good Mitigation Knight, still to this day, really good knight. I mostly used him as another option, like it's a last pick against Flan. It's like another option against Flan. You won't kill him in time, and I just use the skill 3, kill Flan, and then we just see what happens from there. That's pretty much what he's there for. He's the one who ended up getting the adamant shield away from LRK. So yeah, this is my build. Karina I used on my way to champ and low champ. Solid in that stage of the RTA, but past that, she's not that good. This is my build, 3k defense just to like splash damage cleave. That's pretty much it. Amiki, really good. Really good character. Really good character. Still really good. Just don't bring her into Mort. She kind of just flounders against Mort. But outside of that, and Veronica, pick her last, they're kind of forced to ban her. It's like they don't ban her, they're gambling a loss. That's basically what they are. They're just gambling a guaranteed loss. Almost guaranteed loss. So yeah. Good character. I won a lot of matches last picking her. Good anti-cleave. If you have her, get her. If you have her, build her. I mean, not if you have her. You have her. Build her. Please build her. Aram. Really good character. I love her. The build right now is good, but I need to have something like this, but with ER. I don't think the effectiveness is that good on her, because 15% just plays too much of a part in that stun chance, especially when you soul burn. It feels so bad when you soul burn and they 15% the stun and you're just like, oh, right? It sucks. But she's a good character. She's really good. I feel bad for the people who didn't summon for her, because if you don't have her, you oh boy, because she's a really good character. You need her. Roy must ban. Ironically, I won 5 matches with him. I don't know. People just don't fear this guy last pick whenever they pick majoritively green characters. It's like, if you pick LRK and another character that doesn't do too much damage, and I have Roy Mustang, I will win. Eventually, I will win, because you don't have enough to kill him. So that's just how it goes usually, and I ended up winning those matches. So yeah, he still has his uses. I would say though, in Warlord, I used him once. I lost, but that was because of a dual attack late in the game. It's just what it is with RNG. It's just what it is. So he's still decent in the right spots. Politis, this is the hybrid version. It's good against anti-cleave. That's about it. That's about it for her. And the one I was using the most was the damage version. And yeah, it was nice alternating between those two, because I would go against people who knew about the damage version of my Politis and would draft in a way that the damage version doesn't do anything. And then I'll just switch to the other version and they're like, what the hell? I'm getting stunned. It's nice to have two, and you can just alternate so they don't really know what your Politis is about. Festivita, I'm gonna give her gear. I'm definitely using her next season. I did use her this season once and I won with her. So it's funny because I don't have any molas on her, but she still won me the match. Aramintha, yeah, I used her with Bihu early in the season. It was fun. The burn damage is insane, man. This season with the burn damage is so insane. That's why I wish I had Silverblade before she came in the coin shop. I wish I had Silverblade, man. She would have been a terror for me this season. But hey, the burn damage is good. Like even that Silverblade you saw that I made hastily without molas, she was even still doing a lot of damage when I used her. So it's just good this season when it comes to burn damage. That's why I had her. She was basically the substitute for Silverblade Aramintha. I was like, since I didn't have her, I was like, okay, I'll use this. And this is the build for it. I have her on Necro and Undine, just to have the CR. And that's about it. Veronica, you know what she's about. Immortality, and sometimes I use her against Celine. She's so good against Celine. It's so funny, because Celine can't use her skill 3 if she exists. You just give her infinite cycles. If you just give her a cycle if you let her do that. Like it just goes away and you're like, okay, that was useless. Good job. You know? So they have to kill her early, and they can't when she has a guiding light. If it's nothing but single target damage dealers, her existing just basically screws over Celine. It's funny. But yeah, this is the build. 200 effectiveness, near 3k attack. This is enough to pop BBKs, and sometimes Amikis if I actually hit. But outside of that, yeah, this is her build. Summer Iseria I used at the beginning. I was using her a lot to see like bomb damage and burn damage, and she did well. I don't know if she was good later in the season because I didn't really see her much, but you know, she's an okay unit. This is my build. You really need her artifact. If you don't have her artifact, then that's unfortunate. Knockwall, I only use Knockwall when I know I'm going to go first, because she becomes a must ban character. If you don't ban her, I win. That's just how it is. A lot of effectiveness, slower, because I don't think you need her fast at all. And I have some crit just in case I want to just in case I can get away with a Caval Cleave, I have crit on her. So yeah, that's about it. She's also on Guiding Light. Litica, 300 speed, not enough. She's a bluff pick for me when it came to Warlord. She was a bluff pick. Or if I knew I was going to go first. Or if I also knew that she could take away resource reduction. Those are the only 3 times I used her. She was basically just a bluff pick whenever people picked Amid. I'll be like, okay, I'll pick her. And then they'll be like, okay, we're going to ban that. Even though I knew that she wasn't going to be like faster than their Amid. So it is what it is. It sucks to know that 300 speed is not good enough. It's not good enough anymore. So many people have 300 speed now. Ellie goes, Ellie God. I only used her against, I only used him against Flan. That's it. I only used him against Flan. That's about it. I didn't even use him for cleave or anything like that, just to fight Flan. He does his job. He does good damage. I like him. 50-50 crit, by the way. 50-50 crit. Bihu. Man, Bihu is actually good. The problem is, later in the season, so many people were using Politis that Bihu was not the best thing to use, because you just get screwed over by Politis. But when I could use him, and they had an Arunca, it was hilarious, because the burn damage was insane. They would go from like 25k HP to nothing, just off of burn damage alone. It was insane, man. But yeah, I like this character. I'm always going to find a way to use this character every season. And the burn thing for the RTA season was really good for him. I don't know if he's gonna be good outside of this, but we'll see. Flan. As you can see, my Flan has not changed. Still has effectiveness. Good bulk, good damage. Can solo some cleaves. Ironically, it's so funny when she solos the cleave. It's so hilarious. It's like, ha, you killed everybody, but can you kill her? But yeah, it's also funny when she tags Knights with stun, because a lot of Knights have 100 ER, and they're so surprised because they always put an emo like, how did that happen? It's like, well, I have effectiveness. That's the reason why I do this. It's just to tag people whenever they don't expect it, and it works for me every time. So just loved it. Just love to see it. I still hate this character though, but I had to use her a lot more this season. Tori. I used her more later in the season than I did earlier. Earlier in the season, she wasn't that good, unfortunately, because there were people that knew about her and they're like, oh, we're just going to stop you from using her in different ways. There was too many ways to stop her. There's still too many ways to stop her, but like now, if you pick her like 4th or 5th, she's pretty good. She is pretty good. I use her and Hwayoung against Tenebria mostly. So yeah, because for at least with Tenebria, with her, it's like, it's either you use the skill 3 or use the skill 2. If you use the skill 2 and you're waiting for her to not have her immunity, you basically wasted a turn and I get to have a chance to kill you. That was basically the game plan with her. I did have her on a lifesteal build, but holy crap, RNG. Because I made her on a lifesteal build specifically against Harsettis. So they would do their S1, S2, and then when she goes, she gets to heal anyway. It didn't matter, right? And usually in those type of situations, I don't let them have Flan, right? So the thing that sucked was the RNG was so bad. I lost like 6 out of 8 matches where she would just S1 and they'll get a dual attack. Random dual attack, 5% chance my ass. Or no, 3% chance my ass. Because it's like, what? It happened so many times. At a point I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm going back to the other build. I'm not doing this anymore. Like RNG was just so bad for me, man. It sucks. Now she won 2 matches with that build. The first 2 matches I did. But outside of that, I was like, I just got so frustrated. It was on the last day. I just got so frustrated with the Harsetti. I was like, stop this. I'm done. Janua, another one of my MVPs this season. I last picked this guy a lot and I won a lot of matches because of it. He's so good. He's so good. I like this character. Now, it's a 25% chance you lose. There's a 25% chance you lose if you pick him against Tenebria. But I like gambling, so I don't care. I don't care. I pick him anyway. Winter, I used 5 times this season on my way to champion. She's, I'll be honest, she's not that good. She's not that good. Like, I won despite her in those 5 matches. I don't think she's that good. I think she's just a fun unit to have, like, on your way up to champ. Outside of champ, when you're like above champ, Nah, she's not good. Lilius, shout out to Suspect Amy. I saw a video of her with cleaving with Lilius all the way to champion, and I did the same thing. It's hilarious how good that comp is. It's hilarious how good that comp was. But yeah, that's what I was using her for. I didn't use her in Warlord at all because I don't think she's good. So past champion, I don't think she's good. So yeah, fun unit. Got me some wins. Same with Soul. Got me some wins against BBK. That's all he's used for. People don't respect Soul. Especially when he has souls, they don't respect it. They just let it happen. They're like, oh, why'd you pick Soul? Well, because he has Soul Burn and I can stop your BBK from being BBK. So yeah. That's his build though. Shouts here. This character, I love the fact that I got this character. Because she was like my guaranteed win against Amid. People would have to ban her. If they don't ban her, Amid just dies. Not Amid, Adin. I keep getting their names confused. They're so close to each other. Adin would just die. Dark Adin would just die. I love that part because Dark Adin was such an obnoxious character and I hated that character so much for this season. I was not going to build her myself. I did because the last time I built an Adin, she ended up not being that good the next season. And I don't want that type of situation to happen again. So here we are. Shots here really good. I don't even have her like the best build. She has her own Pepet Lance. So yeah. Jacko, Zio Cleave. That's what she's there for. The build has changed from last time. I don't have her on the artifact anymore. I gave it to Taeyou on the CR boosting artifact anymore. I gave it to Taeyou and yeah, got her a little faster to 25 speed, 4k attack, 300 crit damage. All you need is like 220 speed, 3.8k attack, and 280 to 300 crit damage, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. She'll do enough damage. Hwayoung, I used at first. She was one of the characters I used against Arunca in low champion. You'd be surprised how effective that was. It's actually kind of funny. But at a certain point, you know, people started going from the counter Arunca to the tank heavy Arunca, so she ended up becoming not that good against Arunca. So it's unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. I still like this character. I wish they brought her back to her former glory, because now that everything's busted, she'd be like a normal character now, which is hilarious to think about. But yeah, this is the build. I like Hwayoung. I'm a Hwayoung simp. It is what it is. Guard Captain Crow. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I don't know how to use this character well. I did use him a lot against Bystander Hwayoung, and he did his job. But against Flan, he just dies. 18k HP you think will be enough to like survive a Flan, but no, they're just S1, hit him, then Flan does the S3, he dies. So I think the build for him is 260, 270 with near 3k defense. Forget the bulk. He's just there to one shot. That's all he's there for. Anything he does extra, it's a good thing for you. But I'm gonna change his gear eventually. This build wasn't that good. I only had like 5 out of the 10 matches. No, it was like 12 matches. I only won like 5 times with him, and that was only against Bystander. It wasn't even against Flan. It is what it is though. Edward Elric. He was one of the characters I used against Tenebria. Didn't work, of course. Too many debuffs. Outside of that, I used him earlier in the season against what's her name, Briar Witch Cleaves, and it worked out well for that because you were kind of forced to ban him. But yeah, this is his build. This is the build that I always dreamed of him to have. 220 speed, 1.3k defense, 20k HP. I wanted 280 crit damage, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. It is what it is. But yeah, this is Edward. And then last but not least, Abigail. I used her a lot on the way to champion actually. It's so funny, like her passive is so good along with her EE, where I can just basically kill off 2 characters at once. Yeah, she was pretty good up until champ, because at champ people figure her out and they have counters to her. It's like she's not that good, but she was good as a 5th pick. And let me show you the EE. It was the decreased defense. You basically get to pop 2 characters if you hit with this and the curse. So it's like, it's really good. But yeah, those are the characters I used for this RTA season. Overall, I will say this season was a weird mix. It was like, it was fun because I had majority of the characters. If you did not have majority of the characters, it was extremely frustrating. Because for me, it was still frustrating, but it wasn't as frustrating as it could have been. And for me, the only character I did not have at all was Para, and I had to pre-ban her. I eventually had to pre-ban her because she was just too good. ML Para is just too good. So I can say that for most people, they probably didn't like this season. For me, it was a frustrating season, but it was also a pretty fun season because like if everything's broken, nothing's broken. Well, except for Barunka. Barunka was broken. Like regardless of what anybody says, Barunka is broken. She has too good of a win rate, too much of a pre-ban weight. She's just too good. But outside of her, everybody else is busted. So it's like, yeah, it's kind of an even playing field for everyone else. Close to the Anti Tenebria was a menace when people actually knew how to use her. But outside of that, you know, this season wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. It was more frustrating because I was trying to get to the new rank. And actually seen a lot of sweaty people for this new rank. But outside of that, you know, it was a good season. I enjoyed it. I'm glad I'm a Warlord. I got the frame on the first time it was released, so all good. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and tell me how your season went. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.